Welcome back, everyone. You're listening to Ron Couming, the Internet Marketing and Business Solution Radio Show, 980 WCAP in Lowell, Mass. We stream live if you just go to the website, or you can get us on tuneinradio.com. We provide business solutions and internet marketing tips that are actionable, totally free, and hopefully they'll help you grow your business. Our next guest is Adam Rowley from All the Time IT. They translate technology for your business. They also provide everything from help desk and, and virus support to new servers or cloud services. If you have any internal IT guy, they can also save you 50% because a lot of the IT that's done today, you have to pay a whole team of people in your... Well, I'll talk about more than that with Adam. I used to be in this business, so I know this whole subject, and Adam is a godsend. I've worked with him. He's a top-notch guy. Adam Rowley, how you doing today?
Thanks, Ron. Thanks for having me. It's a good day to be here. I'm glad you have the show, and it's been a pleasure so far.
Excellent.
Listening in.
Is it a good day to be here because it's raining outside and we have a roof?
It stopped raining.
Did it?
Yeah.
All right. So, excellent. Can you tell us a little bit about your services, what you do, how long you've been doing it?
So I've been providing computer support for my whole life, but All the Time IT basically provides computer and technology support to businesses 10 to 150 in size. We really try to help businesses understand and leverage that technology because there's so much of it out there, and there's so many things that could benefit your business. A lot of times you just don't necessarily know all the options that are available to your business that can help you save, time and money. And that goes right into your pocket.
And I know that to be true. If somebody has like a network administrator, a help desk person, or 2 help desk people, their overhead just for the people, just for their salaries, is going to be in excess of probably $150,000 when you add in all the benefits and the FICA and all the Social Security and all those other things that have to come out. They could bring in you and your team for probably a third of that, if not even 25 cents on the dollar as contractors, and now they have an entire team of employees. They're not limited. If they have 3 people or 2 people, they're limited by their skill set, their availability, and whatever else they're limited by. But when they have a whole team, you guys just take them up a notch.
We give them the flexibility that the business really needs. You can have somebody on site, certainly, but what about when that person gets sick? They want to go on vacation, whatever it may be. We can also provide a lot more kind of buffer if you have more than one issue at a time. You have major issues going on. Sometimes it affects multiple areas. We can jump in and help. But a lot of the cost is time. It's putting in patches and monitoring and the things that just take up time for a person, which we can do with technology. So we can save a lot of time and resources and energy, so we can save our clients a lot of money.
I'm going to say something to you that the listeners won't understand, but I'm sure you use some type of a knock, and that you can, on a monthly basis, take care of a lot of stuff that will free up a lot of time. Can you tell people what a NOC is and how it benefits their businesses?
Sure. So that's a network operations center, and what they do is basically provide a lot of the monitoring and make sure that your hardware errors, check your event logs, push the patches, make sure that you are not, falling behind on your Microsoft or other patching, make sure that your viruses are checked, running, up to date. They have the latest version of the definitions, and so on and so forth. And when you do have a virus or some issue, we're addressed. We can see it, so we can address it, and we jump right on. We can take care of the issue before it becomes a larger issue. Because when you have computers are very smart today, they'll tell you what's wrong in a sense, kind of like a car. You get that little light when your tire's running low or whatever.
The funny thing, you know what they told me? They told me that was the idiot light. I was telling them, what do you mean it's at 10% I need an oil change? They say, didn't you see the light? I said, yeah. They said, well, that was your idiot light. I said, hey.
They're trying to warn you. So basically, a lot of times, the most common thing that people run into is hard drive failures, right? A lot of people either have had one happen to them or certainly know someone who has. Well, computers will tell you long before that drive fails that you have an issue. But if you don't look for it or don't know where to look, you'll never know, and your drive will fail. We have an agent on your machine which monitors for this type of stuff. We'll be notified. We'll come to you at the end of the day, say, hey, listen, your drive is having an issue. We're going to replace it. We have a brand new drive. We'll clone it. We'll go over everything, your passwords, what programs you use, your printers. You can go home. We'll do the cloning. We'll make sure that everything works. We'll test everything that we went over. You come in the morning. It's like it never even happened, and then you don't have an issue. Instead of trying to recover for a day, 2 days, hopefully your backup was working. We also do disaster recovery planning.
Yeah.
But anything that's technology-based, we can help businesses with.
And for people who may not understand half the stuff Adam just said, when he says an agent on site, he's talking about the knock. He doesn't mean that somebody will actually be there, although they could be. But he means that knock system, that software that they can install, will give them an update before the problem happens, which will save your business a ton of downside, opposed to doing that disaster recovery. He'll know in advance, and he can give you a heads up. They'll come in and clone, meaning that they will do an exact copy of your software, your system, all your applications, everything will be done. They can take that hard drive out, put another hard drive in, or just put it inside of another computer, unplug it, put it back in, and you're 100% operational with no downtime. Am I correct?
Absolutely. And also, like, just management. Everything in your business you manage. You have a plan, you kind of think it out. You also need to manage your technology. It's an important, critical backbone of your business. So thinking about these things, getting the proper information so that you can really make the right decision for your business is important. There's so much technology out there. With a little bit of education, that's where we help bridge that gap. We help explain the technology and help your business figure it out and move forward. A lot of businesses either hold themselves back because they don't understand the cloud, or they're dealing with some problems that they don't know that there's a better solution for. When people are dealing with issues with calendaring, email, there's solutions out there that can make your world a whole lot better.
Yeah, and when I was, years ago when the cloud started coming around and everybody was like the cloud, and some people were edifying it way up and other people had no clue what it meant. I was doing more managed service stuff at that time, and I was telling people, well, it's really this easy. Have you ever sent an attachment on Gmail or Yahoo? And they said, yeah. And I said, well, that attachment stays on the Yahoo or Gmail server, correct, as you're sending it back and forth in the email? And they say, yeah. And I said, that's the cloud. You know what I mean? It's that simple.
It is. And really, with everything that's available today, it's just a server that's somewhere else.
Exactly.
That you're not managing.
Yep.
It's not some mystical thing. It's a real server. You just don't have to have it in your building, in your office. And you don't have to take care of it.
Exactly. And what if there is a fire or something? I mean, I believe that it's probably better to have also a backup on site that you actually have physical control over. But isn't it cost effective to use either, I don't want to give away a company name, but AWS or some other off-site place to do your backups off-site, but then also have a hard copy just in case?
Of course. When we set up any disaster recovery solution, we always have an on-site backup, because if you want to restore something very quickly, it's very simple to go to a local backup and restore that almost instantly for the client. We also want to make sure that you have an off-site backup, because what if your building burns down? What if something happens?
Somebody breaks in and steals your computer.
Go in your server rooms, wherever your server is right now. Go in that closet, because it's always in a closet. Look up. Is there a sprinkler head there? If there's a fire anywhere in the building, your server is going to get drenched.
Right.
So you got to make sure that those things are protected. If your backup is the hard drive right next to the server, again, look up at the sprinkler head, and there might be a little bit of a problem, but we can help alleviate those fears. We'll explain what's going where, how it's encrypted, and make sure that you're comfortable with what you're getting and that your business is in good hands.
And that server room should also be well ventilated too, right?
It should. If it's hot in there, like the summer, on the beach, then you gotta get a fan in there, get some air conditioning going. A lot of people use the kind of the ductless that go on the wall, a little supplemental AC system. If you keep it cool, it'll give you less problems.
I just want to let the listeners know that I've been involved in technology on multiple levels since the 90s. I have all sorts of certifications from Microsoft, CompTIA, Security Plus, A Plus, Network Plus. I want to let you know that I've worked with Adam Rowley. He is for real when it comes to like everything server, desktop support. If you need his type of service, you absolutely need to contact him. He is the real deal. He's good at what he's done. I've actually worked with him. Some of my clients who needed this type of service that I have moved more into the internet marketing aspect. I've brought Adam in, and he went in that day and fixed it. And what he couldn't do because he had to bring in parts, he came in the next day. So he's amazing. Can you give us some contact information?
Certainly. My website is allthetimeit.com. If you want to reach me directly, it's 855-55-ALL-IT, or my cell, 978-408-8846.
That was Adam Riley from All the Time IT, managed service provider, desktop support, and all-around great guy. You've been listening to Internet Marketing and Business Solutions with Ron Couming of RCS Technology Solutions.